Hi, Torians. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot we made in your name and essence a little while ago, and we have flipped it for perspective possibilities. So we'll scry for shapes and symbols that speak. We'll add on tarot and oracle. Excuse me, and as well, the ghost box here is kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. Receive or release freely, of course. Torians, if you'd like to join me, we'll close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's wander your aura. Thank you so much, Torians, for being here. Whew, there's a lot going on. And I'm seeing army tanks up at the top. Of course, please feel free to comment below what you see, sense, or feel. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about inspiring our interconnected nature, of course. Okay, let's get going here. Tanks up at the top. A little defensive about something, but I'm digging something. And when I say I'm digging something, it's actually more like I've been building a container of something that I care about, someone, something. Even within myself, if I've been going deeper and deeper within myself. And that's worth protecting. That's worth protecting. What is that I'm seeing? Hold on. There's a lot of magic going on around you. Okay, interesting. I'm going to say magic because that's one rabbit hole in the way I'm seeing it. And I'm also seeing it as mayhem. Maybe it's magical mayhem. I'm not really sure. But I'm also seeing totems of owls. This feels very subconscious. Unconscious, lots of different states of consciousness. It feels like that's what I've been digging, dwelling, diving into, digging into, discovering. This is what I'm discovering.
Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. Maybe you don't tell people because they think you would be crazy if you yourself wander in magic. The 12th house. I'm also seeing a pan-like character. They have no arms. I'm also seeing somebody, is it like the Terry Fox run for here in Canada? Somebody with like an amputated leg, but they have like one of those bionic foots or something because it doesn't look like a foot. I don't know what it is, but it's like an amputee. But they have this ability to spring faster. What do we have here? The 11th house and Chiron, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasion. And Chiron, your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. Ooh, Taurians. Chiron right there. And even like see how his arm is out. It's kind of like the army tank thing.
Offended.
And please don't be offended. And then I want to place this 11th house, very night subconscious, that depth. It's like you're a well of wealth. I should write that down for your title because I'm not going to remember that. A well of wealth. Very protective, male and female energies. Oh, Canada. Canucks. Welcome to Canada. And see, even like when I'm in the subcon state, unconscious, whatever we want to call it, maybe even just your spiritual state, right? There's the one star that's guiding. But when it comes up into the day, like there's stars all around and it duplicates. It's like whatever it is in your well of want, wish, and desires, this well of wealth comes up onto the surface as you do whatever work that needs to be done to draw it from down up. You know how it's like above and below? It's like below to above because this stuff is deep. Maybe it's old resentments. Maybe it's like I'm seeing like oil drilling, old stuff coming up and you're working through it. And this doesn't have to be of this lifetime necessarily. It could simply be, it's kind of like a colonic of sorts. Like you're just pulling out stuff that you've already eaten, digested, got the nutrients from, but, sorry, I'm like flipping all over the place as it's moving so quickly. It's like utilizing the fossil as fossil fuel to fuel what comes up on the surface. And it's quite the power. I feel like whatever you're doing is teaching. I don't know if it's teaching other people per se, actually, Taurians. I feel like other people notice because there's like mayhem around you. Magic. Maybe I'm seeing it as mayhem. But maybe it's not mayhem. Anyway, do you know what I'm saying? I'm springing off into things. So this like pan type creature I was seeing, it's got like the fuzzy bottoms. I'm seeing that show. It was a little show for like, little 10-15 minute shows. What was that? Oh, your pretty face is going to HE double hockey sticks. Because I'm not sure what. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Your pretty face is going to HE double hockey sticks, and it's like the main guy, and it's so funny. It's a comedy, but it's ridiculous. But then up top, I don't know if it's a buffalo. It's like the bull and the buffalo, or the bull also is transforming into the buffalo, and there's a different kind of wisdom there in embodying the buffalo energy and embodying the buffalo. Like, I feel like if I saw a bull and a buffalo coming at me, are they one and of the same? I don't even know, and I apologize. I can't even activate my linear mind to try and figure it out, because I'm sure the knowledge is like right there, but it's because I'm observing the way it's being presented to me. It's like the mayhem and the magic, and it's all happening. I feel like I'm in Never Land as well. There's all these different creatures. There's actually all these different tools as well. The 6th house, the work, health, and duty area of your life. Duty. I'm so sorry. I'm such a child. And sometimes they catch me in funnier days than others. The work, health, and duty area of your life. This is where the wealth is. And she's like gardening or something back there. It's like digging the well. One's going down and one's going up. Warrior pose. Okay, I gotta shift this ink blot so I can see it. Sorry, Taurians. Yeah, it's kind of like digging into like an old haunted well, but Taurians aren't afraid. You call in the bull and the buffalo for that. I like it. I feel like something that you might have been at war with, you've made peace with. Within yourself, somebody else, it's not my concern. And that's like how it feels. It's like, it's okay. There's a white, it's not white cat. It could be a white cat, but I'm seeing a cat in spirit. Or a dog that's the size of a cat. Okay, I am seeing... Okay, explorers. Oh, that's what I was talking about. You've made peace with something. And I know I can't show you now because I got it turned and I'm all selfish here. But just sometimes that's so... Can we share? Let's see if I can do it that way. See, it changes on me. Anyway, it's fine. You've made peace with something that you might have been at war with, within the self, whatever. This is where the cat or the small dog energy is. So then I was seeing it like all of a sudden, like this is higher self stuff, right? That magician vibe. Maybe mayhem, but I could be, it's fine. And it's like I'm sucking things up. And I see it actually more on this side because there's ink right there. anything in the Taurians timeline, it's like I'm sniffing something out, like Inspector Gadget almost. And
Can you feel me?
I have all of these tools. Mama, can you feel me? I can. Thank you. If you're here for the Taurian Collective, or if you have any shout outs that you want to add, feel free. The right person may be listening. And there's all the tools of the Inspector Gadget. It's like you can pull them out of your butt. That's what it feels like. People are like, where did this come from? Because again, there's this deep well of wealth. You also might be feeling watched a little bit, Taurians. Or at least that's how I'm seeing it. I'm observed. I feel like I'm being observed. Is that a nicer way of saying it than watched? Yeah, I'll say it that way. I'm being observed. I think it's like
baby.
It could be somebody in spirit. You might have a parent or something in spirit, or a no, I feel like it's a parent. I'm seeing that yeah, it's a parent. It's a parent that's watching you from above. Aviatrix from above.
Ophiuchus.
I'm seeing how do I say that? 2 of airships. Thank you. That's very helpful. A hermit that walks at night, climbs down and up a cliff. I say down or up because there's 2 here. There's 2. It's like the shadow of being density and my higher self, but being so purple wine. Anyway, it's not the point. And it's like, you know, like it's like a chainsaw almost, but it's like, yeah, and I can see it, and they travel up and down, and they hand things off to each other. That's exactly what they're in. They are amidst the void, of course. They're communicating. I see. That's fine. I'm not going to get frustrated with myself. So here's one down here, and there's the other hermit up here. It's like the higher self hermit and the human hermit. Okay, just symbolically speaking. They don't actually carry lanterns. This is the funny thing. It gives off hermit vibes, but there's no lanterns. There's not letting anyone else know. There's no indication. Thank you. There's no indication. Anyway, so what they're doing is like right along this trunk, and that feels like the chainsaw thing I was seeing. They communicate with each other. It's kind of like this line of sorts is, a lot of people don't look at it or connect to it, or because it's in between, I don't know what it is. But it's moving by their communications of these 2 hermits and what they send up and down, like through this chainsaw cycle. That's, you know, like a slow cut so it's smooth, a slow cut so it's smooth, and it's bringing something into alignment. Something that maybe if you felt you had been missing something, wanting something. Interesting again, it's like, even if I'm seeing it horizontally, like a circular saw, and I know it would be typically this way, but I'm seeing it this way, and I don't know why. I don't know enough about lumberjacking or sawing stuff. But anyway, they communicate. It's going to be smooth because of whatever this is in your well of wealth. Feels quite, but there's no indication of illumination. Sun, spirit. Even though I'm saying from the hermit symbology, there's no lantern, there's no star shining. It's because it's like it's hiding in plain sight. It's hiding in plain sight. It's like you're getting information from the sun and the moon at the same time. Yeah, and I'm going to say it that way. Pluto, transformation. Julie. See how in this sun and this void of... It's like the sun and the moon, the way they look could be interchangeable. I'm going to say this in a weird way, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to come out this way. It's like receiving information from the sun and the moon simultaneously. The subconscious and the conscious states, the two hermits, whatever it may be. They're not in this constant, but constant, not in a constant, but a constant state of communication. Because even when, say, in here, my daytime, I see the sun, and it won't be until the evening that I'm going to see the moon. But the moon still exists, even though it's in the, other rotation and all that kind of great science stuff. It's like I'm able to tune into both hemispheres at the same time. This could be left and right brain as well. And it's bringing like the two halves together for the increase of the obvious wealth that is a wonder. And it's only going to make other people wonder. Maybe even yourself, you're going to wonder. Well, I wonder, boom, 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 boom. Who wrote the book of love? Chapter 1 says you love her. Okay. Could also be working on your solar plexus chakra. All right, closing out messages for Taurians. Lots of tools there. It's like I'm seeing petroglyphs. Petroglyphs. They're not Hyro. It's like I'm seeing, I think it's petroglyphs come to life. Is it the land ones? Anyway, these glyphs, like say they were made in the land, right? Like you can only see them from the sky, and it's like mounds of things, and they start to come to life. And those are other tools. These are these creatures that kind of start standing up. Thank you, that's helpful. So in Beetlejuice, love it. She is an artist, and when things start to go wackadoo with Beetlejuice, the sculptures come to life. That's what that feels like.
It's warm.
Part of your fortune increase is the eucalyptus tree and the olive tree. So love is being revealed and peace. I feel like we've talked about this restoration of what I was defending and what I came together with through this healing, and the peace, the olive tree, the olive branch. This might even be within the self of those two hermits or other humans. On reflection, heaven sends a message of wisdom. Restored to peace, faith, hope, and love, harmony prevails. And this is harmony of what I'm sensing is like, again, deep in that well, because there's like two owls, two sets of owls, and the hands are down ready to chillax. Actually, it's like just like let it out. The eucalyptus tree, the arms of love draw closer to you, and ambition you love grows into what is visible and tangible. Koala is in there as well. Dove and koala might be symbols that mean something to you. Also, it brings me into a parent in spirit that is all around you. This doesn't have to be romantic love. This is the frequency of love. And then how that frequency is embodied and vibrates and emanates from me as it gathers like mayhem if I was seeing it, or maybe if it's not in an alignment with me, right? Because you're like, whoa, that person has high love frequencies or vibes. And it kind of dispels anything that isn't in alignment. And look at this, with the Judas tree, seduction. Your own passion may cause you suffering. Keep alert to what is not yet in sight.
What should I do?
Danger can be avoided. Interesting. So there's some sort of knowledge that maybe at some point in time, I feel like this is a little, I'm going to use the word karmic-y. It's not the word I want to use in a reward punishment system. But there's an essence of
Come back.
gaining knowledge, using them as wisdoms, weapons, reflecting, reciprocity, respecting that. It's like the magic and the mayhem. It is seductive to maybe harness a particular way you've been doing something or an energy that's been around you because you've mastered how to overpower it, to manipulate it, to conform it so that
Stephanie.
so that you can do things, right? Get what you need done. And I feel like within that, even if that's within oneself, or maybe it's just the Taurian, the way they see the collective as like
Danger.
warish and dangerous and incompatible. And you've done things to survive. You've done things to, you're able to do things to do that, to gain what it is that you need, pieces of it. But at the same time, you've been growing deeper and deeper and deeper, discovering different parts of you. So now it's like the snake around the tree, the wisdom, this ancient knowledge that kind of comes to life up here in all these tools. You flourish up top, but it's like, I don't even necessarily know where it came from because you didn't stay. I'm sorry if this is being very butchered by me. I didn't stay where it was seductive, where the snake was seductive.
Male.
It's like not taking the easy road. And not because I want things to be difficult. I look at path of least resistance, path of pure complications for power paradigms, and then the path of respect and reciprocity. And I choose the path of respect and reciprocity because it's going to have a combination of everything else. Does that make sense? I really, really, really hope I didn't butcher that. I truly hope I didn't butcher that, Taurians. Because it does, it's a statement to saying, let your own endeavors not be sufferable because you can't
Healing.
or haven't quite seen the end result yet, because it's blatantly happening for me anyway in your auric field. Peace, love, and you might be very attractive to others. Like you might be a seductive energy to others. So I'd say be mindful of that as well. Like in your auric field, it might be like, ooh, and you might feel like, and not that I'm, want to give the snake a bad name because that's not what I'm doing. But the people like, da-na-na-na. And you're like, people might get this, like the way they approach you. Thank you. So I'm seeing like Austin Powers, and they always, for some reason, like whenever there's like this thing and they move in a particular way that's supposed to be seductive, and I'm obviously not being seductive. But there's a telltale, like, is it Ivana? You know what I mean? All of those kind of great characters. So there's a humor about it that I feel Taurians have when they see something trying to seduce them. And you're like, it's not in a mockery. Again, like this.
How did you get here?
Better, less than. It's just humorous. And that's okay. Thank you. Thanks, no thanks. The snake of knowledge and wisdom, or the snake of seducing spells. Anyway, Taurians, I hope this served. Thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I have no idea if I said along the way to give it a good old
Whiskey.
like, share, and subscribe. Thank you if you did, and donate. All the links are below. You truly are a magical being. And until next time, Taurians, thank you.